Greetings from Violin Shop Tampa and Violin Shop Sarasota. My name is Alejandro Mendoza. I'm a professional violinist and a violin teacher. I'm a graduate of the Juilliard School in New York City, where I also taught for several years. I'm now a violin professor at Manhattan School of Music, violin teacher in Sarasota, Florida, and a violin specialist at the Violin Shops Tampa and Sarasota. Due to the current reality, many of us teachers have started to teach lessons remotely. For that, I would like to show you how to set up for successful teaching online. You can use the app of your choice. There are several, but for this tutorial, I will choose Zoom. So let's get started. First, you will need a dedicated room. Ideally, an isolated room so you can avoid noise or distractions. Acoustics is also important. So avoid a room that is too live. Let's say an empty room with a tile might be a little bit too live. The opposite might also not be ideal. Let's say heavy carpeting, heavy curtains might make it too dry. So use your judgment and see where your instrument sounds best. Second, you will need a device with a screen that is not too small. Even though, amazingly, we can have a video conference on a screen as small as a phone, I would strongly advise to use a larger screen, like a tablet, a larger tablet actually, or a computer, or even better, a larger monitor. I would say 13 inches and more would be better. The reason is many details are lost on a small screen. When we use a bigger screen, the experience is so much better. Nothing can, of course, replace the in-person experience between a teacher and a student, but a larger screen can certainly help. On that subject, let's place the screen at an eye level. Many of us have started putting the screen, which has a built-in camera, at a lower level on the desk. But then what happens is that the camera is picking up the wrong angle, is looking at us from below, and everything looks distorted. So for a more realistic, more natural way, raising the device so the camera picks up from eye level will provide a much better experience. Third, you will need a good external microphone as well as an external speaker. Truthfully, most devices usually come with a built-in microphone and a built-in speaker, but we're dealing with music and we're aiming for better quality. So an external microphone and a speaker will work much, much better. Speakers, it can be either wireless, usually a Bluetooth connection, or one that connects to your device with a cable. Microphones, there are so many choices, so I would like to help you with two different types of microphones. One is the directional microphone, and the other one is a cardioid microphone. Sounds very technical, but it doesn't have to be. Directional is very simple. It means the microphone points in one direction, and that's the sound that it gets. It ignores a little bit other sounds around. It really points in only one direction. That can be a perfect choice, except then that you cannot move too much. Keep in mind that the microphone points in one single direction. The cardioid microphone, on the other hand, is also a great selection, but it records a larger area, usually an area in the shape of a heart. That's where the name comes from, cardioid, from a heart shape. It doesn't have to be very expensive. Both speakers and microphones. Of course, spend as much as your budget allows, but I have seen some perfectly fine microphones like this one with a very simple USB connection that go for as little as $35. Finally, you will need to set up the Zoom application in your computer or device. While Zoom runs on many operating systems, for the purposes of this tutorial, I will show you how to set it up on a Microsoft Windows computer. First, let's go to zoom.us/download. Here, in the area Zoom Client for Meetings, click on Download. After the download is finished, go ahead and locate the Zoom installer application and run it. This will install the program. Follow any prompts to complete the installation. This will take a minute or two. The procedure that we are following for setting up Zoom applies whether you are a teacher or a student. Then let's run the Zoom application. At this point, you will need to input your email and a password to sign in. This is standard procedure nowadays with many apps. We create a username and a password. Now we can finally start a new meeting. It is important for music to make some adjustments to some of the settings in Zoom. So we will do this by going into the settings, audio settings that is, and then we will click on Advanced. Here, place a check mark in the option Show in Meeting option to enable original sound from microphone. Once you do that, you can click Back. Now here, do the opposite. Make sure that there is no check mark on Automatically Adjust Volume. After that, you can exit this window. Now you will have a button on the upper left corner of the Zoom screen giving you the choice to turn on or off the original sound. For music, it is best to have the original sound. So for this, click if needed until you see the words Turn off original sound. Now the settings on Zoom are complete. I hope that this will help to make your online lessons more productive and successful. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please do not forget to share and subscribe. Again, this is Alejandro Mendoza, violin specialist at Violin Shop Tampa and Sarasota.